much in this match of Flair versus Sputnik. That's what
Picked off. Snatched away.
Okay, and the initial save from Voodoo 25 on the push by Illuminaughty into that bubble of Flair.
Blue team has the disc.
So to receive it and hold it under pressure is Ender to QL Young. QL Young feeding it to Suburban and back to QL Young for the dunk at 1 meter. A 2-0 lead. First on the board is Illuminaughty.
12, 11, 10, 9,
Shepard.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
SirDimwi is having issues. He's a little frantic, but I'm telling him it's okay. We all love him, and it'll be all right. Maybe these players won't love him, but they'll have to deal with it when they rewatch this video. So to get it is Voodoo 25 stealing it off an Illuminaughty player, sending it to the floor and to the ceiling, getting that great spacing. They're running this pyramid, this rectangle. So Voodoo to the floor and getting it to the upper pocket, dinging it and ringing its way into the goal is Chrome Platypus at 6 meters. That goalie had no chance, putting his hands up for not.
So yeah, I do have my mic working now, although it's coming in a little bit hot, so I will drop the volume on it. But yeah, I apologize for that. Did do an intro. We're going with the side cam for this game because the controller I have, the analog sticks, decided to just stop working the moment we started going live. So yeah, I apologize for that. Apologize for the mic not working as well. But we are back in form, and yeah, we'll be using the a little bit of follow cam, a little bit of sideline cam.
And we will bring you a good match for that. Cross Voodoo from game at 1 meter, barreling his way through Suburban Legend. Suburban not able to get the grab on the disc. Instead of grabbing it, the disc, he was grabbing Voodoo, sending him into the goal and into the backboard. So with Joust advantage, Speedy to receive. Speedy stunning out, not able to get that pass through mid. This Flair defense is very formidable. But with that stack from Illuminaughty getting it, responding to that upper pocket shot with their own lower pocket shot with a 3-1 advantage in that bubble. No chance for Flair to do anything. As the Danimal 454 says, let's go my team, let's go Flair, let's go Illuminaughty, let's have a great match. So Grumpy to receive with this nice, quick, successive passing. Getting that upper pass, but bouncing off the geometry, able to recover it is game, dude. So great passing. I can't be said enough. They're all in the right spots at the right time. They recognize each other's positions. Illuminaughty is not able to get a read on this offense. And trying to get that screen pass, but getting the stop is one of the defenders of Illuminaughty getting the stun on that screen. So Grumpy is room to get back to receive it, setting it to the right side where it bounces into the hands of Grumpy again. So Chrome with possession, taking his time, trying to make something happen. Getting that offensive pass and that slap from Grumpy to game. A very strong set of passes. And getting that screen, and they do to Voodoo with a cross-court pass in the bubble. Excellently executed. I can't say that 5 times fast. Excellently executed. But really beautiful pass from game to Voodoo. Goalie wasn't able to respond, seeing at the last moment on that cut pass.
It's game on. Blue sends it back the other way.
So, yeah, so we'll be Illuminaughty with that Joust advantage, but it picked up now by Flair. Flair moving in, now up by 2 halfway through this first round. And you've got, who's that, Chrome Platypus on the far wall there, just trying to make some space, take some time. Gets that back pass to Grumpy. Grumpy looking over his options. Gets that pass to the right side to game. And that's intercepted beautifully by Suburban Legend. Who clears it out, but then it's picked up again and stolen by Burbs from Game. So Burbs gonna look over his options, goes for that cross pass to QL, doesn't quite connect on it. Now picked up by Grumpy, he's just gonna dump it out.
Sends it back the other way.
So with that clear out, these teams are now scrambling, but it doesn't go where they want it. It's still in their backfield as they scramble to get it forward.
Orange clears it out of their zone.
Now Flair moving into the Illuminaughty zone. Grumpy trying to feed that pass to Voodoo. Doesn't connect. QL is able to come out of the goal, send that one out through that right tube all the way down. It will be a race here. Flair in the front, contested quickly is Game. Game going to send that one back to the bubble there. Voodoo picks it up as he gets stunned out. Does get the pass off there to Chrome. Chrome now sending that one all the way down, looking at the empty net. Doesn't quite connect on it. Speedy grabs that one. Goes to that out pass to Spurb, and Legend who's going to send that one down.
And maintaining possession of this disc is Illuminaughty. These quick give and goes, but not able to get that last give, and it went back into the hands of this defense. And Game with a 27-meter backboard. Absolutely beautiful. They will pull ahead on Illuminaughty. It is 9-4, 5-point lead. This is unexpected. This is what we love to see. A great shot from Game to pull ahead even more.
Teams entering the arena.
Now will be Illuminaughty with the disc again, down by 5 with 3.5 to go. Ender picks that one up, but he gets stunned out, so it's going to be Chrome. Chrome looking at an empty net, but it gets picked up now by Burbs. Burbs looking for that out pass, goes cross to QL. QL dumps that one in, ends up in that kind of right about center, and a big stun there from Illuminaughty as they come in, stacked to 4. Back pass here, looking for Speedy, doesn't quite connect, so QL is going to go ahead and wrangle that one in, get the quick pass across to Burbs. Burbs going to move up, looking for that pass under the goal, but it gets stolen by Voodoo. Voodoo now going to start moving this one out.
So Voodoo with that possession, sending it down court, but in that bubble is Speedy V to receive it as he gets it through the tube and into the backfield of Flair, but Flair is strong in their form. They're getting their passes. They're getting everything that they want. They're having the lead on this Illuminaughty team. And they're going for the shot, but it goes off the backboard again. Chrome Platypus, 12-4. This is incredible play from Flair. Flair is showing a completely different form. They're sparkling on the court. They're doing everything right. And wow, is it a pleasure to watch this.
Yeah, what a beautiful shot there. And yeah, this is a different team. We're looking at Flair taking on the current NA champions. As Voodoo looking at that empty net, now up by 11. With still over 2 minutes to go in this round 1.
Voodoo pumped after that shot. You can see him pumping his arms up and down. He is happy. This Flair team is ecstatic right now. A 11-point lead on Illuminaughty. Illuminaughty sometimes slow to get started. They usually get into their bag in the second round. But with such an impressive performance, as I trip over my words, I cannot believe what Flair is doing. Flair getting that shot on the goal. 15. Wow. I can't even count anymore. 14 points. They're running away with the first round. They could get a mercy. This is what we saw against Illuminaughty with Joker in the preseason. I feel like I'm eating my words. I feel like I'm going through a time machine. Illuminaughty responded in the second round in that preseason game. They got back into it. And see if they can get back into this game.
And with just a minute left, they are probably about out of that mathematical time, down by 14. But a beautiful feed there from QL to Suburban Legend, hanging on the top of that goal, waiting for that feed. And he's able to dunk that one in for the 2, but still down now by 12. This looked like round 1 was probably going to go to Flair here.
I will say that round 1 is in the hands of Flair. Flair has ripped control away from this Illuminaughty team. They have been dominant in this first round, and they're going to aim to continue the dominance in the second round and getting that shot. I don't even know the distance on it. It doesn't matter. 21-6 advantage to Flair.
Yeah, that was in fact a 3-point shot there, and a 15-point lead now for Flair to possibly end this round with.
It might not be a mercy per VRML standards, but it is a impressive victory in the first round to this Flair offense.
Burbs was looking for that this one more goal to end this less of a deficit, excuse me, and goes for another shot right at the buzzer there. But this is 21-6, round one, Flair over Illuminaughty. This is a pretty major win for these guys here. As I go to input these scores.
As the Danimal 4-5 forces Poggies. My team is OP. They really are. They've shown everyone. They've shown this Illuminaughty team that Flair is quickly able to improve. I mean, this is a drastic improvement. It's monumental. If they can wrestle the series away from Illuminaughty, this is a massive upset. So let's see what happens in the second round. If Illuminaughty can take it, forcing a round 3, or if this incredibly impressive Flair offense and defense can take a 2-0 shutout and come away with a series victory and a huge MMR gain. Something that they will go home, they will take off their headsets, and they will be absolutely happy about it.
And we do get a reset here. Certainly unexpected. Maybe Illuminaughty might be taking a timeout here to recollect themselves, which is just as a reminder to anybody watching, there are 2 different timeouts. Only one of them actually referred to as a timeout in the rulebook, and that's the one between rounds. You can any team can take a pause between rounds once per game, once per series, for any reason whatsoever, whereas a restart is commonly referred to as a tech timeout, but officially referred to as a restart, comes during a round when there's technical issues that need to be addressed, like somebody drops or equipment failure, anything like that. So right now it looks like we might be, this isn't an official word, but I'm presuming that either Illuminaughty or Flair, but presumably Illuminaughty are taking a quick timeout here to recollect, or maybe to fix a technical issue that they were just living with in round 1.
I mean, I'm speechless. I'm gonna talk because that's what I'm here to do. But wow, just wow. I'm gonna leave you with that. Look at this Flair team. Look at them go. Let's see what they can do in this second round. A beautiful upset in the first round. Let's see if they can continue strong and rip this game out of the hands, this series out of the hands of Illuminaughty. I would like to see what the MMR gain is. I'm not big on numbers. I'm not a smart man, but I'm sure it will be massive.
Oh yeah, this would be a major jump for Flair. They're not that far down the list. Flair currently in 10th place. They're rounded MMR of 1210. Illuminaughty in 4th place, rounded MMR of 1240. So comfortably, I think we could comfortably predict that at the very least, a win in this situation for Flair would move them up at the very least to a rounded MMR of 1220, possibly 1230. But that would be rounded. That would be a low 1230, not a high 1230. I think. Kind of speculating a little bit as teams are readying up, but yeah. So I think it would put them at a rounded about 1220, 1230 at most. If they're at a strong 1210, I think a 1230 is likely. If they're at a weak 1210, I think a strong 1220 is likely. Now, when I say strong or weak, that's like, because since it's rounded, you know, you can kind of 1210 is really anywhere between a 1205, 1214. So a weak 1210 would be like 1205. Strong 1210 would be 1214.
Round starting in.
Those are some numbers. I'm not gonna act like I know what they mean.
11,
Might as well be
10,
speaking
9,
Farsi to
8,
me.
7,
But with that being
6,
said, round 2.
4,
Although it looks like round 1 on the screen, it is round 2. With the first round going into the hands of Flair. So Illuminaughty coming out from that joust with possession, looking for that pass, and they get the pass across the court to Suburban Legend at 2 meters.
Yeah, beautiful setup there. They win the joust. He goes right into the hands of Ender. I believe that's a set play. Then Ender feeding that one across the crease there to Suburban Legend for beautiful first blood in round 2 here for Illuminaughty.
It's game on.
So it is,
Well,
go ahead.
I forgot what I was going to say. I'm just sitting here waiting to see what Flair does. They have a lot of pressure on them. They have to produce now after they've performed so well in the first round.
What a pick! Orange clears it out.
Excuse me, I had a little bit of a mic issue that I hadn't been speaking, would have been way too loud. So dump in here from Illuminaughty and going for that steep angle shot. Ender there doesn't quite connect on it, bounces out. Game is able to send that one down. And so now it will be nobody with the disc just yet. Flair trying to wrangle that one in. Voodoo does have it, sends it across to Game. Game sending it back to Grumpy. Doesn't quite connect on it. Grumpy with Ender coming in hot on his tail. Grumpy trying to get there, does get that disc, gets that pass off now. That right tube area to Game. Game on this near side wall, under pressure from two players, and tries to get that pass to Chrome, but Chrome gets stunned out, and Burb's able to send that one down into the Flair bubble. But Grumpy is ready and waiting, just taps that one back out to mid. The QL's there to pick that one up, Q up to Ender on the ceiling. Ender going back pass now to Burbs. Burbs going cross pass to Speedy, doesn't quite connect, but Speedy able to wrangle that one in very easy. Does have a few options here. Goes to Ender on the ceiling. Ender now moving in. Going cut pass to Burbs, and what a save there from Gumpiest Broom, who tries to send that one back out, and now in the hands of Game.
What an impressive save from Grumpy's Broom, and with another long shot. That's the third one, the fourth one. They are unstoppable with these long shots. They're hitting every single one off the backboard. An absolute rocket out of Game's hand. 18 meters a second, 9 meters a second off the backboard. It can't be said that that was a fast one, leaving Illuminaughty no time to respond to it with their boost.
Yeah, that was a fantastic play there by Flair as they were under assault for a while there from Illuminaughty. That turnover very quickly turns into that long three. Now Illuminaughty trying to break out of their own zone with it. Do get stunned out, and there is a turnover. Now in the hands of Chrome. Chrome going for that back pass to Grumpy. Grumpy able to grab that one. Gets the man on the ceiling over there. That's Voodoo. Voodoo going cross pass to Game. Game can't quite connect with it. So he's going to try to get that one. But he's under assault by two Illuminaughty players. And then that bounce right in the hands of Ender, who sends that one out.
And Illuminaughty will have this advantage down court. They just need to wrangle that disc into their hands. And they lost that time advantage that they had. So receiving it on the floor is QL Young, creating that spacing with these parallel passes. Trying to keep this diamond together and to get that advantage as both of these defenders got out of position. QL Young just had to ascend right up to that goal and put it in at 2 meters.
Now, what a juke there by QL to get away from those defenders, make that space for himself to walk it into that empty goal. Well done there by QL. Team up, Illuminaughty up by 1. With still over 6 to go in round 2.
So with Joust advantage, Grumpiest Broom sending it left to, but loses it. He did not need to do that. They need to have this possession. They need to keep that momentum. So Speedy V to Ender trying to find that, and he does to QL Young for that screen pass and the shot at 1 meter.
That right there, that's the Illuminaughty we've come to know there. They were under heavy pressure, moving that one through that far side, right side tube of theirs, and they break into the zone and just quick passes right down, kind of boosting off each other to get open further downfield. And yeah, beautiful setup up to Ender and then across the QL for that tube.
Orange throws it way downfield.
And going for that another long shot in his game. How many has he made?
Get to your launcher.
He's unstoppable with these long shots. Illuminati's playing so fast defensively, trying to keep this Flair offense on their toes, but Flair's able to create good positioning, get that advantage downfield, and having these open goal shots, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it's really something to see here. Flair now tied with a 6-6 halfway through round 2, and oh no, a misplay of the disc there, picked up by Game. Game, another empty net goal from Game there for 3. Now to go up by 3 here, just over halfway through this round 2, and you know Flair is flying high right now.
Game the GOAT, Game the unstoppable. Game, how many threes can you get? How many more can you make? Because you will lead your team to victory.
Illuminaughty now with the disc. Speedy under pressure, and oh man, picked up here by Chrome. Chrome looking at another empty net. He doesn't take the shot. Goes the cross pass there to Game. Game back to Chrome, and they're able to put it in. Now up by 5.
Look at that style. Look at that ease. It's beautiful. I can't say it enough. Illuminaughty is just playing on the wrong foot. They just can't look like they can't get collected. They are just anxious and rushed, and this Flare defense is capitalizing on every mistake.
Now Illuminaughty again with the disc. And, oh man, game coming through fast with Speedy able to get away. Ender getting stunned twice there. Speedy with the man on his toes. He has to do something with it. Gets that cross pass to Burbs. Burbs now moving up to Speedy. Speedy going the back pass to Ender. And looks like they're trying to pull that defense away from their zone to get that deep pass to, I believe that was QL Young Deep, but doesn't connect on it. So Grumpy now with the disc, gonna pass it off to Voodoo. Back to Grumpy, misplayed. Will be a fight for it, or not quite. So now Voodoo over that far side cross pass to whoever's over there. I believe it's Chrome, as they now start moving up the court.
These are the first bad passes we've seen. They just need to play this possession game. They need to play smart. They need to maintain this lead regardless of what is happening.
And another turnover in that tube.
Somehow ripping that shot from the tube and getting the save is a member of Illuminaughty, able to read that shot from Flare.
What a pick!
So now just a lot of back and forth here. Ender under pressure. Gets that pass off to QL. QL trying to find Speedy, but another interception there that time by Grumpy. But now Speedy forcing a turnover. Cross pass to Ender. Ender going back to Speedy. And oh man, what a grab by Chrome Platypus. This is ridiculous right now. The back and forth, we're under 3 minutes, and Flair's still up by 5. Something's got to give here. As Chrome now dumping that one into the, trying to dump it into the Illuminaughty zone, but it's stuck down in mid.
So with possession, go for another 3. Is it good? Oh, it's not good. It bounces off the crossbar. The first 3 that he has missed, and then follow-up 3. It is good to the upper pocket. 14-6 advantage. Flare is unstoppable. Looking like they're going to come away with this massive upset with 2 minutes remaining. Illuminaughty, I say it so many times, they have to make something happen. They're playing aggressively, but they're just not able to get this Flare defense and offense into a disadvantageous position.
Yeah, oh, what another stealer from Voodoo. Sends it in deep. Oh, it just dings off. Game is there to collect it. They're currently 3-on-1 against this goalie. Pass up to Voodoo, and they are now up by 10 with under 2 minutes to go. This might be Flair's game. The Illuminaughty's going to have to make something happen now.
My heart is beating fast. I feel like I'm gonna have a stroke. Look at this upset. It is remarkable. Flare showing that they can play like the best of them. They're beating the #1 team of the preseason. Kango's currently the #1 team of the season. They are undefeated. Can Flare come against the Kangos and defeat them when they get the matchup in the next coming weeks?
Be interesting to see now with only 1:15 to go. Illuminaughty may just be out of mathematical time here. I don't want to call it still. I don't want to call it quite yet because this is an amazing team, Illuminaughty. But it's kind of hard. It looks like the writing is on the wall now as Flare is getting another opportunity on this goal with under 1 minute to go. They may just opt to run the clock a little bit. Back pass to Grumpy. Grumpy sending it up, and unfortunately bounces into the hands of Speedy. Speedy able to send that out